Hello and welcome to Zee Commodity Capsule, a segment we have designed particularly in order to give a wrap-up of the entire week's activity in global commodity markets. So as we are coming to the fag end of a holiday shortened week, we clearly see that gold, silver and crude oil have performed spectacularly well. Coming to gold, we have seen past $2,000, it has managed to retain its 13-month high. As far as the domestic markets are concerned, on MCX, we have seen gold hitting record high levels of 61,399. For the month, it has been able to give more than 10% of returns. For the week, you can say another 2% of returns. So far, it has managed to hold in its kitty. This happens to be the sixth straight week when gold will be able to post weekly gains for itself. Now, what are the key factors that have helped this particular strength? Weak manufacturing data is indicating signs of cooling jobs market, because of which we have seen dollar index has mostly been weak, and gold has clearly been able to outperform dollar index for another fourth week. You can definitely say weak economic indicators are pointing towards recession, and it's giving a clear indication that going forward, US Federal Reserve might not resort to sharp interest rate hikes in the coming future. Plus, gold has also been helped by the continued support from the global central banks. We have seen the global gold reserves rising 52 metric tons in February, which is the 11th straight hike as far as the gold reserves are concerned. Bankers are clearly positive about the run-up in gold. They still feel that the steam still remains. UBS has recently upgraded its target by nearly $100, and the next target happens to be $2,200 an ounce. Goldman Sachs has also upgraded its targets by $100 and see an average of $2,075 happening, while Commerce Bank, UBS, they also maintain a positive stance as far as gold is concerned. Coming on to silver, it has performed pretty well. We have seen this week in domestic markets, it managed to push for beyond 75,000 mark, which happens to be a near 3-year high as far as MCX silver is concerned. Coming on to international markets, it's still holding on to its $25 mark, which happens to be 1 year's high. Citi forecasts a $28 in 6 to 12 months of time span, while Commerce Bank, they have also revised their targets in silver, and they see a next target coming on to $26. When we spoke to some of the domestic brokers and bankers, they feel that even in domestic market, gold and silver are going to outperform themselves, with gold near target seems to be 62 and eventually heading on to 65,000. As far as silver is concerned, they see post a 75, 86 and 90,000 is a possibility. However, when we come to base metals, the week hasn't been so good because Chinese markets were clearly absent for the first 3 days of the week. Weak dollar and weak economic sentiments, they continue to keep metals in a tight range. However, copper seems to be gathering some support from the lower levels. On warrant copper stocks on LME we have seen have fallen to lowest levels since 2021. China's service activity once again is starting to rev up and has come up to its quickest pace in 2.5 years. Copper for the week has weakened nearly 1%, and if in case of aluminium, so far it's been down by 1.2%. But coming on to crude, it has had a bombastic week. Why I say? Because OPEC Plus came up with a surprise cut of nearly 16.6 lakh barrels per day till the end of the year, and this comes along with the 20 lakh barrels per day of pledge that they have taken in terms of output cut for the entire year. So this brings the total to 36.6 lakh barrels. This will happen to be the second straight weekly declines we have seen in terms of crude stockpiles, and for crude this will turn out to be the third straight weekly rise. Citi Research have raised their outlook by $5. Fitch sees an $85 average happening, while ANZ sees a $100 happening in as early as Q3. As far as agri commodities are concerned, coffee and sugar were the clear winners. Sugar prices internationally are on 7 and 11-year highs when we talk about raw sugar and white sugar. Coffee, if you see, Robusta coffee is trading near 7 months high, and even oil seeds and edible oils have managed to garner some 2 to 2.5% of odd weekly gains so far this year. So this is the wrap for the entire week. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.